Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming, where today we're going to be playing some more Mythargia. We're about to enter the sanitarium that we've been making our way to so far, the abandoned asylum, where some manner of experiments were going on. It did auto-save at the start of the area, so I expect I've just got to walk back up to where I was. I can turn the torch off, there was nothing dangerous here, apart from that jump. Here we are. So this is where we left off. So I've got to we did read these notes at the end of the last episode, so I won't reread those here. Can we go in? We can. Evacuate. This building is about to collapse. Everyone needs to relocate to our encampment until the construction of our new facility is finished. You will get more information from the staff. Regards, the staff. Okay. I think the staff know more about this. I'm determined to try and get all the diary entries this time. Right, let's read that. The building was really old. I would estimate it as being... Some of the translation is a bit off, I think. So I would estimate it was built around the 1850s. In the hallway, I felt like the roof could come down any time. By the looks of it, there had been electricity in this wing. I really hope I can heal in this area somewhere. Oh, I picked up some petrol, I think, didn't I? That's right. I need a fuse, okay. I guess we go back out. I'll put the torch on for this bit. This lock is broken. It's got the ladder. I thought I could walk along the roof. Oh, okay. Hopefully it saved when I just came out of the sanitarium. I assume I've been in there. Yeah. Okay, note to self. Cannot walk on the roofs. I think I should have remembered from the last... Oh, is it because there's that hole there? Was that hole I fell down? So I can walk on this this yellow thing. I expect that's planks, isn't it? 2D planks. So I'll probably fall off there too. It's first death, and naturally it's to falling damage. Oh, okay, we'll go in here. The study. Fuse, bandage, battery key. Okay, let's use that bandage now. Did it say battery key? It probably just was batteries, wasn't it? That's the fuse. Just one bandage, but it'll keep us alive a little bit longer. I've got 5 batteries now, so that's good. And I can't seem to find what's wrong with these patients. They all have irrational fears of someone coming to get them, or being drafted again to another war. I heard the front line was bad for the human psyche, but this? I wasn't prepared for this. I have studied every paper published about this matter, but I fear I need a more radical approach. Maybe I'll let them go and be consumed by their thoughts to see that it is not real. 1st of January 1930. Can't say this is working the way I expected. All these years after the Great War, the trauma has deep roots in these patients. Patients 2, 5 and 6 all went mad after I went along with their fears, encouraging them. The rest of the 8 patients are still holding on to what sanity they have left. I'll continue to push them to a different direction and see if I get different results, I would guess. Patient 3 shows... I don't know. Can't read that word. Okay, so that's that for this room. Got the fuse though, but I think there was another ladder up somewhere else, so we'll try that first before we go back. Yeah, we'll go up this one, and then we'll head back. Oh, was it just look? It's barred. Okay, the window here is barred. I can't walk off this one, luckily. I can walk off that one though. I don't think if I took full damage, it wasn't very much that time. I wonder what's this way. These must be statues of the original founders of the village. Okay, received second founder photo. I'll go this way until we get blocked. Ooh. Entry number 5, as we skipped ahead a little way. Oh, what was 3? The journal in the study at the top of the old wing gave some clues as to what the experimental drug did to the patients. And it is disturbing. It's not the testing that I'm having trouble with, but feeding the patients fears to see how far they slip into the madness. Encouraging it. I need more evidence like this for my article. The modern wing was an impressive sight. The news I read before departing that... The news I read before departing about this building did not do justice to how enormous it really is. The workforce needed for a building of this magnitude must have been huge. I have to see if there's a list to show how many people actually lived here. Strange symbol photo. The Mythargia Sanitarium. Okay, tell you what, let's run back and we'll do the fuse thing. Have a look at those photos I took as well. Yeah, we have light. Is that the door we came into? It's not, is it? It's a different one. Alright, let's quickly have a look at the photos we took. Study? Second founder. Oh, that's the strange symbol. Fair enough. Corpses, hanging tree, family tomb. So I've obviously missed something in the graveyard because there's an entry missing as well. I'm not quite sure how I've missed that. Oh, let's do this door. Operating room. Patient number 4. Giorgio Orwell. In relation to George Orwell. Date of birth, 1919. Place of birth, Como, in Italy. Education, Sapienza, University of Rome. Military background. Served in World War II under US military forces. 2 silver stars, 1 purple heart. No reaction to test compound 19-83. Delusional behaviour to compound 1984. Patient thinks he is under surveillance by our government. Aggressive behaviour after trying to give sedative. After 1 hour and 3 minutes, patient fell asleep. What have we got here? Medkit. Oh, medkit and a battery. Right. Let's use the medkit now. That should hopefully take us back to nearly full. Yeah. Right, we'll leave the battery for now because I think we've still got a little bit on there. That was well worth it. That's not sarcastic, by the way. I'm really glad we went there. I wonder if that's put on the lights in the rest of the building. So we'll go back to the main entrance. I might just keep pushing to the right as well in case we're until we're like stopped. Which might be quite soon. Just to see if there's anything around here of interest. Hello. Temporary camp photo. The lock is rusted. Yeah, this is probably it, but there is a diary entry, so... Ah, we're doing pretty well on these. Well now, there seems to be no end to the surprises I find here. In the abandoned wing there was some kind of operating table and patient information of a war veteran. I wonder, did they operate the patient... do they operate on the patients after inducing them with all sorts of compounds, and why would they do it? It looks like someone wanted to keep this whole thing a secret, hiding it in the abandoned part of the building. On the other end of the yard was an area surrounded by wire fences. It seems to have been a camp of sorts for the people building the sanitarium. It's not a big camp, so either there's been a very few people doing the building, or some might have gone back home if they were living in the town. Yeah, it definitely needs another, probably English translation pass. I'm not sure the nationality of the developers, but it does seem like English is not the first language. And that's fine. It makes itself, makes itself understood. Your wellness starts here. Lobby photo. Sanitarium of Mythargia. So we are in the lobby. There's an elevator up to the top floor here. There's stairways to the right and left. It's quite big. I just want to have a quick look at that photo we just took. Okay, we're in the common areas now. So again, in the sanitarium section of the journal, I've missed an entry. I haven't actually finished an area yet. Unless it always keeps one open? I don't know. I mean, obviously this beach one, I've missed one. Although it doesn't have one at the end there, so I don't know where I'm missing all these entries. Maybe it'll be explained. Maybe something all ties together at the end. Okay, so we got the medical ward there. Let's see what's over here. Elevator. Don't know if we can use that yet. I just want to do this. Arriving at the sanitarium's lobby, I remarked that the interior is well intact even after so many years of abandonment. It is hard to believe that they managed to build all this with what they had on the island. It looks so modern even for today's standards, and this place is decades old. Kind of want to keep the torch on, like, to make it a better viewing experience. Yeah, I was going to say, if I can restore electricity to this place, maybe the elevator will start working. I did think that probably seemed a bit too easy. We have got quite a lot of batteries though, so I'm gonna just try and keep the torch on as much as I can. Somewhere in there. Let's do this whole room across first before we start diving into other rooms. As a stairwell. Okay, well there's not really anything to explore in this area, so let's start going into rooms. Break room. Next person going to the medical ward. I had to tie up the patient in room 4 as he was going mental after the daily pill. Please check if he's found his calm and release him. The key for the room is at the ward's reception. Okay. We're going to lose the torch. Ah, that's barred. Alright, torch has run out of battery, so let's pop some fresh ones in. Like I said, we've got 6 now, so, you know, we're finding more than we're using. So that's good. Locker room. If the lights all come on when we get the electricity, I'll obviously be able to turn the torch off then. Oh, what's this? Sanitarium staff. So from the back we've got Samuel, Ike, Anthony, Emma, Lewis, Laura, Torv, Max, Anna, Sal and Gertrude at the front. Oh, another one of these fellas. Tell you what, I want to explore the other rooms before we get transported back into the nightmare dimension. So let's just quickly have a look at, I can't read what that says, toilet probably. Let's have a little look here first. We might find some medical stuff. This would be a good place for a photo, but I need to restore the lights. Oh, okay, fair dues. Alright, well I guess we're going to the nightmare plant. Although, there was another... maybe we should explore the rest of like the normal world here first. And then we'll do that. So I want to go into the medical ward first. Yeah, so medical ward, that's where we are. Room 1. Room 4 key, that's good. Week 7 patient transfers. Avalion Priscilla. Priscilla has been transferred to psychiatric ward cell 2. She's getting increasingly violent after the void flower experiments. I think we know what void flowers are then. Orwell Giorgio was transferred to operating room at the old wing for the last set of experiments. We found his file. The door for the operating room will be disabled for everyone's safety. Yeah, so we've solved that. Alright, so yeah, that was the room we were in. Let's do room 2. Ooh, a couple of bandages. Very nice. It's kind of what I wanted from this exploration, just to get a bit more healing before we go into the nightmare dimension. I haven't quite got the combat for that down yet. Well, this is pretty overgrown. Nothing really here. So this is room 4. This is the room that there was a note about the patient going crazy in. Nothing particular here. Unless I'm reading the labels wrong, and actually it's the next room. Oh yeah, this is room 4, isn't it? Hello. Right, okay, another photo needed. Let's check down to here. Right, let's read the note. Oh, we're in... Okay, so there's common areas, staff areas. Let's read these. There was a note from a staff member in the break room asking to untie a patient at the medical ward's room 4. A note like this tells me that the patient's well-being was not the #1 priority if they're left tied to a bed. I found an old group photo of the sanitarium staff with their first names under it. We read the names already. In my mind, a group of 11 people is too little to run a sanitarium on this scale. I need to find information. How did they manage it? And now we've got the wards. I found a list of patients transferred from one ward to another. The sanitarium did not have many patients, and I'm beginning to understand that they were not here to be treated, but to be tested for something. At the medical ward, a man was tied to a bed. Amidst the evacuation, he was forgotten and left there to rot. What a miserable way to go, knowing that there is no hope to escape. And here he is. Yeah, so I'm sure something will happen with that guy. Let's see if the room to the psychiatric ward is open. It is. Yep, so that's where we are now. Stairs to the recovery ward. Basement. Room 1 is open. Or we had a key anyway, but I think it was just open. Alright, just a padded room, not much in here. Room 2. It's locked. Room 3. Again, nothing here. Security room. Damn it, okay, we need to restore electricity somehow. Okay, yeah. Maybe that should be our priority. Alright, let's go look at the map. Is there like oh, basement might be a good place, but let's basement could be where the fuse box or whatever we need to have a look at is. So maybe we should go there now. Need 3 fuses. Okay. I haven't found any yet. There's a... Oh, we can go further down. Mostly underwater now. There is a keypad on the door, but it needs electricity. Fair enough. Alright, we're about to lose our torch. So, okay, yeah, so 3 fuses required, basically. I mean, they could be in the Nightmare World. It seems a little bit unlikely to me, though. Alright, we're probably down to 4, so I'll stick another 2 in. I might keep the torch off for now, because we'll only have 2 batteries left now. Okay, that's to the meeting room, so let's stay here just for the time being. Oh goodness. Okay, well I haven't been given a code, so let's just leave that for now. Can't take a photo. Another one of those flowers. I still want to continue in the normal world until I've kind of, you know, got this place mapped out in my head a bit. Oh, 2 batteries, lovely. Shame there's no fuses, however. I haven't found a single fuse yet. They could all be in the Nightmare World. It is possible. Something in here. Fuse. Oh no, there we go, there's one. So it's worth exploring all this area first. So what's up? What's above us? Nothing. Stuck. Yeah, that makes sense. We can try the meeting rooms the next part over. Battery and bandages. Very nice. Time to roll in useful items now. So what have we noted now? This is a common area. I roamed through the meeting rooms and there was not much information to be gathered about visitors that might have arrived to see how their relatives were doing in this sanitarium. Did any visitor even come here, apart from the corpse I found at the edge of the cliff near the beach? I found an odd apparatus in the psychiatric ward security room. There was a flower in a glass tank and pipes attached to the tank and some sort of table to operate it. It looks like they attempted to harness the nightmarish power of the flower. The pipes go through the wall to the ward's holding cells and have been used for the patients. Ooh, they were piping in the stuff. So from what I can gather, they were trying to cure PTSD sort of thing, or at least that's what they say. Oh yeah, we won't be able to take that until we got light. So I think we're basically going to have to go through here all the way once. And then a second time once we've actually got the lights lit to take like the photos and stuff we need. Okay, well let's do the visitor quarters first. All these photo ops. What we got here? Second fuse. Cool. One more fuse to go. Administrator's key. Mythargia report. Mr. Horsch has made a good progress in bending this community to our will. They're always too blind to see it, and before they know it, we are gone. I have to commend Mr. Horsch for making the discovery, as it is truly something else. The priority has now changed from the medical trials to finding the secrets of this flower. Never in a million years could I have imagined that a plant could do such wonder. Did I look in here? Probably, yeah. Another battery. God, I'm looking forward to getting the lights on again. Alright, let's go into the offices. Alright, so where are we? Okay, so we're going to go... We've been down in the staff quarters, I think. Yes. So officers and administrator, and then we've pretty much been everywhere. This door is locked. I need a key. This looks like a person. Emma, remember to pick up the notebook from the safe and bring it to my desk before your shift ends on Friday. The code is 2520. I mean, I'll have to remember that for when I go through again, but I can't remember where we found the safe now. Or where the code was needed. Staff quarters administrator. So we're going to go to the administrator. Need a key to access the tank. Can't get past the boxes. I'm hoping there's a fuse in here. Weekly timetable. Meet with Anna and Anthony. Flower experiments. Flower experiments. Meet Gol at the cabin. Ask Yulia if she's seen Vitaly at all. Interesting. Reviving agent. What's that? Oh, I've got 3 fuses. Where did I... Ugh. Well, I guess we needed to come here anyway. So what was... Liquid to revitalize a void flower in a glass tank. Okay. We got an entry as well. Entry 6. The accountant's room was clean and seemingly untouched, but one note caught my attention. It told staff member Emma to pick up a notebook from a safe after her shift on Friday. The note does not say where the safe is located, but it does reveal the code which will open it. My wish is that the notebook is something of value. The administrator's office had plenty of medical literature, desk, and a caged glass tank with one of those flowers still alive. I also found the administrator's timetable for 1 week. Apparently the administrator was also making experiments of his own with the flower. I should see if there is a way to access the flower for more information. I discovered a syringe of violet, thick liquid that was called the reviving agent, and it can be used to revitalize a void flower in a glass tank if it is withered. The plant has been a fixation for many people on this island, and after my experiences, I see why. Okay, well, let's go and restore power. I think we've explored every room now. What I'll do is I'll go onto this side and then down the stairs. And then we get to do it all again in light. Yeah, probably down here. Basement, here we go. Ta-da! We have light. Okay, so now we get to explore the whole area again. But this time, with light. Was this the... Oh, wait, yeah, let's take pictures as we see them as well. This is it. If I go through this door, there's no turning back. Okay, well, I don't know what that's related to yet, so we've got loads more we want to do. we'll start off. Let's start off at the sort of extreme end of this side. We'll go to the security room. I think this is where the flower was, wasn't it? Remove to revive it. Oh, I've got the plant going again. Oh wow, there's a crack in the glass. Okay. So we'll explore this side of things now. Ooh. Wow, okay, that just goes off. What about... Okay, so I can't... Oh, there's a little thing to read here, though. Research entry number 8. I think I have solved it, and I know how to help my family. I can make solution from the void flower. It should mend Yulia's psyche. First, I need to find my way back home. I can't remember the last time I've seen the face of my beloved wife. How long have I been here? So did Vitali work at the sanitarium? He might have done. It's locked. Okay, yeah, so we're going this way. Hello. Got a med kit. Can we go up and do anything with this? No, it gave me a med kit though, which is nice. There we go. Anything up here? Okay, I feel like I'm just gonna die. But then how do I... Oh no, okay, I get it. We've got to jump over to that one. Not too bad. Yeah, there's one down there. Couple of bandages, couple of batteries. So what's that over there? So yes, I'm going to need to do a running jump off the top of this one. Ooh. Oh, it's that guy. That's Stephen. Can we talk to him? Stephen, I presume. Brother of the one... Brother of Priscilla Avalion? Oh, I am. How do you know my sister? I don't know what voice I gave him before. How do you know my sister? Have you seen her? Unfortunately, I have not seen her. I've searched much of the sanitarium, but I've only found clues of her possible whereabouts. I know you went to search for her, but did you find anything that might help me to find her? Well, you managed to acquire this key for psychiatric ward from a staff member, but I had to run before I could check the cells. I was an uninvited guest on this island, and my inquiries started to cause a stir amongst the locals. Take it. Oh, thank you for this. I'll see what information I can find about her while searching the rest of the ward in the building. If you find her, please tell her that I will get her out of here, no matter what. I just need to rest for a bit. I'll let you rest while I continue my search. I'll let you know if I find anything relating to Priscilla. How do I get back to the normal world? I don't even know if I can get back over there. I suppose we have to. What? Oh yeah, I took a bit of damage on that one. Oh wow, I'm sort of default running now. I'm gonna take a bit off. I mean, I suppose it did give me bandages. This is probably why. Right, bandage myself up. I've got 4 of these. Let's use 2. There we go. Haven't been any of those spirits attacking me. I mean, it might still happen. To be fair. So, yes, the key let me through. Oh, yeah, let's take a photo. Hello? Are you Priscilla? Who are you? Are you here to experiment on me again? Stephen sent me to find you. What have they done to you?
My parents sent me for my mind to get better from the hallucinations. The staff have made so many experiments on me that I don't want to remember anymore.
I understand. Be glad your torment is now over and Stephen is waiting for you outside.
Thank you, stranger. I will find my brother so we'll be reunited once again. Farewell, my good man.
Okay. So we did that. Let's have a little look at our photos, etc. So we got, that's a staff photo. The apparatus, basement door, Stephen, Priscilla. Journal entries. I think I have solved it and I know how to help my family. I can make a solution from the void flower. Should mend Yulia's psyche. Oh, that literally is just the note we read, wasn't it? Okay, entry 2 here. At the visitor quarters, I found information about a high-profile visitor that had been on the island, and he was connected to the administrator somehow. The visitor had knowledge of the ways of medicine and had been giving the administrator advice on how to advance with the medical trials. So this thing, I haven't done anything else on this yet, have I? I don't really get this unless it's literally just progress in the story. Oh. I got the apparatus working by restoring the electricity for the sanitarium and injecting the reviving agent to the flower. However, as I started to operate the machine as the instructions told me to, the glass broke and transported me to another nightmare. The test done here to these poor patients is the cruelest form of punishment I can think of. So as we come to those void flowers again, as we're exploring, we'll just go through into the nightmare world. I need to check all these because I can't remember which room was the locked one. In another nightmare, I found Priscilla Avalion. I remember finding the skeleton of Stephen in the forest trying to free someone called Priscilla from the sanitarium. I navigated the nightmare finding Stephen and helping him to find his sister. I brought them together in the nightmare, and it brings me joy that they're happy now. I just wonder, is it all too little, too late? There we go. This was the locked one. Oh, no, we got a little note in it. With the key obtained from the nightmare, I got access to the room where Priscilla was held. I couldn't find any trace of her, so either she was moved or helping her in the nightmare actually helped her to get out with her brother. I want to think the better option of the two was the one that had come to pass. Yeah, let's go to the recovery ward. Again, let's kind of start from the far right and we'll work our way across. Yeah, nothing there. No lights in here. Okay, yeah, so let's hop over into the nightmare world. Okay, so this is the outside. Oh. Lisa. Have we heard about her, Lisa? She looks like one of the construction workers. Hello there, newcomer. I am Lisa Mathorn. I'm usually in charge of building anything and everything here. Did Andreas or Max send you here to help with the building this thing? I could really use some more help. I admit that my craftsman skills are somewhere between a sea bass and a mountain goat. I can't hold a hammer to save my life.
Well, that is unfortunate. I do have an errand if you're willing to help me.
Please, what do you have in mind?
The family Lowell lives on a cliff not far from here. Emmanuel was supposed to bring a finished portrait of myself, but I've not seen him yet. There was a big storm last night, so I want to know if they're all right.
That I can do. I'll see what I can find and come back. Okay. Keep expecting to find some of those spirits. During my exploration in this plane, I have randomly encountered these blood-dripping entities. I've no way to fight them, so I just run and hide. The question is, what are they and where do they come from? I've never seen such things. They only seem to manifest in certain places. Now that I remember where they appear, I can explore this plane more safely. Okay, so who's written that? Okay, so we're going to go to the cliffs. We've had the Lowell family mentioned before, but I've kind of forgotten the context. The storm has torn the house apart. It'll be a miracle if I can find anyone alive. I saw another traveller from a distance who does not belong here. But how did he get here? Have the outsiders found my research? Whoever he is, I can't let him interfere. I need to go deeper to find the answer how to cure my wife's ailment and save my unborn child. Well, that would seem to be Vitali who's writing these notes. Does that seem to be referring to Yulia? Okay. This would be the bit. Received portrait. Okay. UV light. Okay, we did alright on that one. We might find a few more on the way back, potentially. At least there's always a sound that kind of announces their arrival. So you're not caught unawares. At least now I know you've got to kind of keep your distance from them. Because I thought before, like, the torch would literally stop them getting to you, but it's not like that. They still go forward quite a bit. Okay, let's just give this to Lisa.
Do you have any news for me? How is the painter and his family?
The news I bring is not of a positive kind. The aforementioned storm had ravaged the Lowell's house. I found debris of the house all the way down to the beach.
No. Did you find any trace of them?
Unfortunately, no. They must be buried under all the rubble. I went all the way down to the beach, and all I could find was your portrait miraculously intact. I hope this brings you some comfort in time.
Thank you, Leonis. The Lowell family will be mourned for a long time. They were so good to everyone and helped in any way they could. I will ask for some people from the village to go and search through the rubble so we can give them a proper burial.
There we go. So we've resolved... I don't want to call them flashbacks. Flash sideways, I suppose. So we've done that one now, anyway. That little safe. It is. So what was it? 2520, wasn't it? How do I enter? Did I just hit enter? Oh, 2520. Oh, confirm code is hash. All right, 2520. Oh, here we go. Mel Gibbons. Famous actor. Mr. Gibbons suffered from amnesia before he was admitted to the sanitarium. After 4 weekly doses of the cure, his state deteriorated further. We opened his skull to see if there are any kind of malformities that might be a direct cause of the cure. that might be caused by the cure, I think. Alas, there was nothing out of the ordinary. The patient died during the surgery. Deceased. Miss Avalion arrived to our facility because of her night terrors. She showed much promise to initial drug trials, but started to act aggressively towards the staff and other patients. She's refused to take the additional drugs, and as such, we've put her in the psychiatric ward, room 2. Muiku Kauko, patient number 4. Mr. Muiku paid our sanitarium a big sum of money to make him happy in any way we can. For his generous contribution to our cause, we tried every trick in the book, but the man remained sorely unhappy. Our last resort was to kill him, and so we did. Hopefully he is at peace. I mean, that's one way to do it, isn't it? Oh, yeah, we can take a photo now. The only thing we could do was kill him, so we did. Put him out of his misery. So where should we go from here? Okay, so I've done these sort of 3 floors. So what I should do is... I don't think we've been to the library, have we? The lift will be working now. Well, I think we go across meeting rooms, visitors' offices, then down across the bottom floor, and then we'll... Maybe we did go to the library, because... Or maybe you can only get there via the elevator. So we haven't been to the mess hall or the library yet. So okay, so we'll do the rooms and floors we can get to now. And then we'll take the elevator up and do those last 2 areas. Nice. I'll do all these, but I assume I've grabbed these already. Nothing to see here. Move along. I don't know who this guy with the farmer's hat and blonde beard is, but they seem to have a lot of photos of him. Okay, we got a photo. Alright, so we'll do the visitor quarters next. Okay, photo. Yeah. Yeah, I think we've read that previously. No light in here. And we'll go up to the administrator when we get there. We haven't been in there yet. We haven't found a key for it. I think we read the note. Staff quarters is down, so let's do up first because that's a dead end. Need a key to access the tank. Okay, so there's a couple of keys that we need to... I can't get over there. Whatever this is, had I read it? Yeah, that's his planner. Okay, so we'll go down to the staff quarters, then we'll work our way along the bottom floor, from right to left. think this is where the plant was, or maybe in the next one across. Next one across. I'll take a photo. The toilet photo. I think we're cracking this case. Let's hope it doesn't go down the pan. Wouldn't want to flush our career away. Right, well, this is going to be the stinky plant, isn't it? So let's do that. There is one case left for the community to decide, to give the one right judgment for the accused to abide. On the left are 3 statements of the theft. 2 of them have to be right, or this tribunal has no honour left. Okay, well, this is probably use in vital information. So we've got left, right. Okay, left. 1 left, 1 right, 3 left, 2 right. Now, I'm guessing that's like a combination of some kind. One left, 1 right. Okay, so it's going to be a maze. So we'll do 1 left, 1 right, 3 left, 1. Oh, let's read this as well. I spent so much time researching this place that I've lost track of time. It's so tranquil here. Intoxicating. However, I must continue with the flower research, for there is not much time to save my family. I believe I am being followed into this void by another person. It could be one of the outsiders, so I must be careful. Alright, this is 2 left. That's 3rd left. Now you want 2 right. 1. So this should be the right combination. Here we go. 2 batteries, 2 bandages. We need a flashlight because there's horrible things coming. Okay, I think we got rid of them. Looks like a gap to jump. We'll go in here first. Oh, it's locked. Need to find the key. All right. Ooh, what's this? Samuel. Did you see those blood-soaked creatures? I got rid of at least some of them. I've seen them many times before, but I'm not sure where they appear and what they are. Who might you be, and what are you doing here in the middle of the woods? My name is Samuel Kajo. I was on my way to the sanitarium for my shift, but these creatures started appearing and I had to hide. I thought it was a child as an adult who works at the sanitarium. Oh well. I can lead you to your mother if you come with me. Is she working at the sanitarium? Yes, she's the shift manager and right hand of the administrator. I'm too afraid to go with you. Will you get my mother for me? This is the key to her office, as she keeps it locked at all times. I will see if I can find her. Alright, let's just turn my flashlight off for now. Well, obviously we need to go to the shift manager room, but let's see what's over here first. There you go. Oh, it's Yulia. What are we doing in Yulia's house?
Yule, have you seen my son?
I don't think so, but I met Samuel in the woods not far from here. He seems afraid of the creatures in the woods, so I'm giving him my assistance.
I've seen the boy at times, but he's never even greeted me. For the townsfolk saying I am crazy, I don't blame the boy, but he seems so nice.
The boy is indeed... He is a boy. I don't know why he said for his shift. I don't know. The boy is indeed well-spoken and polite. Sorry to bother you, ma'am.
Let me ask you, could you give this pendant for Samuel? I made it years ago for my son to protect him. It is the shape of my son's birthmark, but I did not have a chance to give it to my son. So maybe this will protect Samuel.
If it gives you peace of mind, I will give it to Samuel. Farewell. Got Another med kit. We're actually doing all right on the health front at the moment. Okay, but that's the end of this level, so let's just go back to... Oh, we want to give the necklace to the boy. No, we probably can't do that until we find his mum, which should be in here. Yeah, I'm just going to do a little lap of the room before we speak to her. Ilarion Shamanov. Parents. Oh my goodness. Vitaly Okay, I think there should be a space in the text there. It doesn't look like there is one, but it's Vitaly and Yulia are his parents. Eye colour light brown, hair colour dark brown. Ilarion was born on the island of Mythargia as the first of the descendants for the original settlers. The boy was healthy, without any deformities or mental retardation. Relations. The father, Vitaly, is a well-established community doctor, and he has earned the respect of the locals. The mother, Yulia, is a vital asset in the field of the community's agriculture, having vast knowledge of the island's flora. Okay. Good to know. So this is Anna. Found your book. I believe you have some explaining to do to Samuel. Where did you get that? Who are you and why are you going through my files? You know where this was, so you know how I got it. The question is why? Why would you steal another woman's child? The photo in this birth information is surely Samuel. I don't have to explain anything to you. Oh, I was sort of standing in front of a lot of that, which is probably just as well, because, yeah, that happened. Well, we'll go and talk to Samuel, but we can take him back to Yulia if Yulia's really his mum. I have some information for you that is not easy to digest. Tell me. For the information I have gathered, I suspect that Anna is not your mother. What do you mean? What makes you say that? This pendant Yulia has made is the same shape as your birthmark, and the town register entry of Ilarion Shamanov with your picture in it leads me to the conclusion that you are the son of Vitaly and Yulia. But Anna said I was the first child to be born in this sanitarium. I was born right after Lisa and the others from the community finished building this place. I don't know what to believe. I'm sorry to bring you this news, but I felt that you need to know the truth. You're right. I have to dwell on this for a moment. No matter what happens, I thank you for telling me. I don't have much, but please take this. Farewell. I kind of missed what he gave us. I'll have to check my backpack. Oh, let's finish writing this as well. Yeah. Okay, so let's quickly check the backpack, because I don't know what he gave us. Oh, right, probably one of these. So we have 7 altogether, currently in order. I have a key to the shift manager's office. Health-wise, we're doing okay. Picture-wise, got the recovery ward. We've missed something. Staff area, Samuel. Ooh. 9371. I would imagine that is in reverse. I hadn't even noticed that. That's why these pictures are useful. Visitor, and this looks kind of weird. And that's Lisa. Right. In terms of diary entry, so I filled up the is this the ward's stuff? Inside a safe was gruesome information about what more had been done to the patients. Skull surgery, questionable drug experiments, and straight-up murder. The sanitarium was a facade for these trials, for sure. I just can't understand. How did they manage to convince the islanders to partake in this madness? So this is, Stephen's... No, this is Vitaly's note. He's talking about someone being followed in the Nightmare Realm. Is he talking about me or someone else? I've not been here long and the note does look old. Staff areas. In a nightmare, I met a young man called Samuel Karjo, who was a member of the sanitarium staff. He was lost in the woods looking for his mother. I managed to help him, but the help I gave was not what he was expecting. Neither did I. Apparently Samuel was the lost child of Yulia, taken from her. It feels like these nightmares are a call for help from people from somewhere in time, and they've provided me with information about what has happened. Mythargia, who is one of the outsiders and the shift manager of the sanitarium, had a son Samuel. The catch was that Samuel was actually the son of Vitaly and Yulia Shamanov. I met Yulia in a nightmare when I passed through the town and she was medicated, which does explain her mental state. What is new is that she did not lose the child, but it was taken from her. One here. Okay, cool. Right, so we've kind of caught up with that now. Go into the break room. Was this barred? It's still barred. I can't get in there. So I think all that remains now is to go up the elevator. We want to go to the 3rd floor. Oh, where was the shift manager office? Maybe it was 2nd floor? I probably could have gone in that administrator thing, actually. But, yeah, this was the one that was locked before. I've got a key for it now. Staff schedule. Find someone to replace Sal. All his week's been scribbled out. Wonder what happened to him. Sanitarium evacuation plan, for your eyes only. In case of the sanitarium emergency evacuation, do the following procedures. Burn all documents about the experiments and research conducted here. Get rid of any person who has seen the aforementioned documents and is not part of the collective. Use the evacuation tunnel at the 2nd floor basement. The code is 9371, which we'd already deduced from the toilet. Note, door requires electricity. Okay, well, we've done all that. Yeah. Something to do with Sal. So where was the guy who was tied up? And we couldn't... There was a photo to take of him. I think I want to get to medical wards, so... Let's actually... Yeah, let's go down to the 1st floor in the elevator, and then we'll just go left. And get to the medical ward. I think he was room 4? Yeah, this guy. Tied corpse. I can't do anything to help them, can I? Let's have a look at the photos we've taken in case there's anything... Tied corpse. Anything informative there? Not really. Staff areas is probably going to be on the top floor. The missing ones. Right, we're going to go up to the library and the mess hall now. Oh, that's the door outside, isn't it? There's another side to the administrator office, isn't there? Maybe there was a desk and stuff there. Yeah, the other side of these boxes. Good. That's kind of what I was hoping for. But there's nothing here. That's weird. Okay, I mean, fine. I kind of was expecting to see something there, but never mind. So we have the mess hall and the library. We'll do the mess hall first. I wonder if there's going to be another flower or something. We're also looking for a key for the tank in the... Is there anything here? The flower tank in the administrator's room, I think. Alright, let's try the kitchen. Locked. Okay, so we've still got some keys to find. Well, where the video is getting on in length, it's just I feel like we're sort of getting to... If we look at this, which gives us like a progress thing, I mean, bear in mind there's probably there's a few I've missed. I really do feel like we're getting towards the end game. So I think we'll just continue with it until we're completed. So yeah, there's another flower. So let's do that. Okay. Illuminate. Oh, one of these puzzles. Okay. Yeah, could take a while. So every light affects the ones on the either side of it. So I'll turn that, then this, then they're all lit up. Then kind of do the same pattern here, I guess. If I can. It's going to be a bit tougher. They're now lit. Going round and round on that a bit. Is there anything else here? The door, but the door is sealed shut. I need to figure out how to get it open. Well, obviously it's this puzzle. Oh, I hate these puzzles. So if I do that, they're all off. If I do that, that's now on. How about I just go down the line? Is that it? Oh god, hang on. Oh. Get away from them. Alright, let's go back to read this. I discovered a local flora that no one has seen before. It looks alive. Not in the sense of a normal flower, but this one is continuously pollinating a green mist around it. As a man of medicine and science, I decided to see what kind of effect the pollen had on me, and I passed out. I woke up in the same place, but the landscape was all different. Somehow I feel this flower is something worth studying. Okay, we're just going to the kitchen. Lunch Lady Doris here. Anthony. Okay. Looking at you, I can tell you're... Oh. Looking at you, I can tell you're an islander and not one of us. Well noticed, and you're right. I'm a journalist writing a story about the island of Mythargia. The island seems to have one sinister secret after another. How do you fit in all this? Journalist, huh? Well, I have something for you. Something that has been gnawing my innards for a long time. I take it you've already found out about the outsiders. Indeed I have. For what I have found out is that many of the locals were not fond of the outsiders becoming part of the community.
You're correct. Now I'm one of the original outsiders who shipwrecked on the shores of this island, along with Maximilian Horsch and Anna Caggio. The thing is that we did not come here by accident.
What?
Indeed, though we're part of the collective.
See, they keep spelling Maximilian's name differently.
Maximilian's plans of Mythargia are only known to him. We are instructed to follow his lead to whatever end necessary.
What was the point of coming here? What is this collective you're talking about, and who else came with you?
A collective of well-informed people. After the collective learned about this community, we were tasked to find a way to join the community and turn its interest to that of the collective. Max had devised a plan, and all was going according to it until Vitali made his discovery.
Must be a sort of secret society, that collective of yours. I can see why Max turned his interest to the flower. I found snippets of Vitali's research done on it. It is all very cryptic, and I'm trying to understand what that piece of flora does.
I know the feeling. I was kept mostly out of the loop, but what do I know? But what I do know is that Maximilian began to figure out how to use its properties. He managed to convince the community of the need to build this sanitarium. The community did not want anyone else on this island, but Max convinced them that the patients would not know the location of the island. After the sanitarium was finished, he began doing experiments with the patients with strictly selected staff.
I have to say, this is a lot of information to digest. Thank you for telling me this Thank you for telling me all this, though by giving this information, will it endanger you? With your permission, I will tell all of this to the world.
Yeah, there's no hope for me, but I accept that. Tell the world what you must, but know that the collective will come after you once you go public with it.
8th shard, kitchen key.
Please take these as a thank you. I'll stay here and lock the door as I don't want to follow Maximilian anymore. Farewell.
Thank you, Anthony. I mean, that's going to just be impassable, isn't it? Yeah. Going to use the kitchen key, see what we can see in there. Over to the mess hall. Into the kitchen. I wonder what we'll find in here. Is that Anthony over there? Received cage key. Okay, so I think that's in the administrator's office. I think. So I've got a quick check up on the last few entries and stuff. We've got photos. We've got the mess hall, big tree, Anthony. Still a lot of staff areas still to go. Wards, fine. So what have we got here? That's all done. Staff areas. Filled this up as well. On the table in the shift manager's office was a weekly work schedule for the staff. They worked rough hours in order to keep the place running, as there was always one member in each common area or ward. Assuming there have been many patients I don't see, how could all this work with so few staff members? I discovered evacuation instructions for the sanitarium staff. Staff members were to burn all documents about the experiments and research done there. They also had to get rid of people who had seen the documents but are not part of the collective. About the corpses in the pit at the forest were not part of the collective. There is an access to an evacuation tunnel in the second floor basement, but I need to restore electricity to use the tunnel. Oh, we've done that. That's the note that we found. Common areas. We got all these as well. We've done pretty well on this sanitarium. In the library, a void flower took me to the nightmarescape once again. I met a cook, Anthony Randall, and he expressed his regret for actions that had hurt the community. Originally, he was loyal to the administrator and the other outsiders, as he is one himself. Mr. Randall did reveal that it was no accident that they arrived on this island. What was the endgame here? In the mess hall's kitchen there was the corpse of Anthony Randall. The other outsiders had started evacuating the island, destroying evidence before disappearing. Anthony did not want to follow them anymore and decided to stay behind instead. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, we're going to go down to the second floor. We're going to hop into the administrator's office again. We might have to sort of go round and up via these offices. Alright, so we need this key now. I have a shard for this. What does it do? Okay. I can turn these on and off as necessary. I should probably turn them all off, to be fair. There's probably an order that they need to be done in. Because they're all pointing in a different direction. Here's that guy we've kind of following early in the game. On the second night of the ravaging storm, in front of a sacrificial altar, a pentagram was drawn. The founding trio gathered to calm the furious wind. Fourth was needed, as the seance would soon begin. The group chanted continuously for a quarter of the day. A single entity emerged that they would soon worship and pray. With octad of eyes, it bewitched the founding members. All the deadly sins will prosper, leaving this island to embers. Okay, so again, it's a code. So second night 2. Next one's pentagram 5. So let's go and light the second one first. Then number 5 we'll put in next and light that. The founding trio 3. Fourth was needed, so 3, 4. The group chanted continuously for quarter of the day. That one, oh, a day is 24, so a quarter of that is 6. A single entity 1 emerged. They would soon worship and pray. So 6 and 1. 6. 1. And we've got 7 and 8. Octad of eyes. 8. 7 deadly sins. There we go. So it's 8 and 7. Oh, hello. Vitali.
How long have I been here? Who are you?
My name is Leonis Caries. I'm a journalist trying to understand what happened on this island. As for how long you've been here, it's hard for me to say, as I just arrived myself. Who are you?
I am Dr. Vitaly Shamanov. I was the doctor for the people of this island. My priorities changed when my wife started to show symptoms of dementia as she got pregnant.
How did you end up here? I assume the flower has something to do with it?
You are correct. I discovered the void flower by accident. Inhaling its pollen, I discovered the potential it has.
I believe I saw your research notes scattered around this hellscape.
Hell? No, this place can be intimidating, but it is not hell. My testing led me to believe that the flower takes you to the past. The more you inhale the pollen, the further back it takes you. Making a liquid solution from the pollen allowed me to continue my research more efficiently. I left messages for myself in the past to speed up my work to find the cure for my beloved. After a long while, I did indeed find the cure, and as I was about to return back to her, Maximilian captured me. He had experimented with the void as I had, but he used it for his own malevolent plans.
This Maximilian seems to have quite an impact for this island. I've not found much information about his location.
That is true. He has a golden tongue that can convince anyone to do anything. That's how he gained power amongst the community. That is why I needed to do my research in secret. After all, it was still futile. Please take this. If you are to tell the story of Mythargia to the world, this is the evidence about the outsiders you need. Just remember, whoever they are, they will come after you.
Thank you. I'll do my best to tell what has happened here. You should now return to your family. Farewell, Vitaly. Right. I don't know what he gave us, but I'm assuming it's the way out of here. Let's have a little look. So I know we've missed a few... I don't know if we missed photos, actually. We definitely missed a few journal entries. So photo-wise, beach, town, graveyard. We missed one in the graveyard. 2 in the staff areas, the outsiders. Okay. In terms of the journal entries, missed 1 on the beach, 1 in town, 1 in the graveyard. But the sanitarium we actually did pretty well on. I don't really get this yet. Maybe it's something we do at the end of the game. Select content. Oh, it's not mouse clicks, it's blimmin' up and... Okay. So which photo do I put there? Okay, so I travelled to the island of Mythargia to tell the world what had happened there. The shores welcome me with sights I cannot imagine. Sacrificial altar in the middle of the woods marked a possibility that there had been occult activity amongst the locals. Okay, well that seems pretty good. I discovered a town at the centre of the island, where most of the locals resided. The time had done its magic to many of the buildings out. Okay. Hanging. So is this about... This is about the town, I presume. So the island. Okay, we'll save that. Oh. I've got to choose which... Okay, so I've got to choose which one to put here. I think I'll leave that there. So the islanders. It's obviously a photo I've missed. Okay. The local inhabitants of this once flourishing island formed a tight and organised community. In small communities like these, everyone has their role to fill. Andreas Gilsman IV was one of the original settlers that migrated here. He was the leader and the pillar of the community. Andreas had an affair with a young woman, and as he kept his role, as leader, the woman was cast out from the community. Well, maybe we'll put something about Vitaly in here. Okay, the outsiders. The island had 2 types of outsiders, those who shipwrecked and blended into the community and those who came to the sanitarium as patients or to see a patient. I found evidence of an unnamed visitor who was connected... didn't find that, did I? Maybe Anthony's story, because he kind of reveals a lot about them. I'm going to put Anthony's story in here. The sanitarium. The building was a sight to behold, a true testament of the abilities and craftsmanship of the island's community. An old newspaper indicated that the world knew about the drug tests conducted at the sanitarium. The world was ready for the cure for combat fatigue, but I believe the world would not have been ready to hear what type of experiments were conducted at the sanitarium. We didn't get something about that. Cruel and fatal experiments were conducted on the patients suffering from different ailments. A patient information file revealed that some patients were just murdered as there was no cure to be found for them. As a place of healing, the sanitarium was the very opposite. I think we'll use that. The flower. The true miracle was an extraordinary flower, so far only found in Mythargia. The local flora was discovered by Dr. Vitaly, and the flower could make you experience past events. There was a way to extract the nectar out of the flower. With the liquid, it was possible to get a glimpse to a pretty accurate point in the past. Okay, well, I haven't got those. What have I got here? The pollen of this flower makes you see events from another time. The landscape transforms to a red hellscape, and it twists reality in a way that's hard to describe. The void flower was a discovery of the decade. I think I'll use this because it kind of shows the nether realm. We've got good credibility now. The void. The hellscape you experienced was called the void. Some details were identical to the real world, but the mood was like from a nightmare. The void feels very real even though your mind says it can't be. The tortured trees and red mist made me feel unwelcome to the void. I could interact with the world and talk to the locals, but I could not travel to anywhere I wanted as thorny bushes were blocking my way. Maybe. Oh, he's actually got the rope round his neck there. I didn't even notice that when we first did that. One of those identical details was a church I saw in the void. The priest Sean helped me with my investigation, but when I reached the real church, I found his corpse hanging at the end of a rope. We didn't have that. That's a bit more speculative. I'm going to put the... I'm going to put one of the priest ones in, but which one? Let's put this one in. Okay, well I feel like we did pretty well on that. But I guess now it's time to go to the basement, right? I'm not going to be like overly completionist in terms of finding all the missed journal entries, because there was only a couple. And I did kind of initially go back through those areas, trying to find a way, but I never quite did. So, I've forgotten the combination. Is it 9371? I think. Sounds like it. Let's put our torch back on. We've got loads of batteries now. Don't need to worry too much about it. Oh, hang on. Oh wow. They're just going to keep coming. Okay, we're in the water now. Uh-oh. Can they climb up these things? Well, I was going to say, while I'm safe here, I might... I want to do that, but I also want to put some fresh batteries. Oh. Something's happening. I'm going to have to heal up as well. Quite what happened there. I've got 2 med kits, so let's use my med kit as we go into this next room. Oh, hello. So we're in the hellscape, even though we haven't... Oh, God. I'm actually going to turn my torch off and hide behind here. Hope it comes back quite quick. Need to put my UV back on. I kind of forgot about that. Ooh. Right, the searchlight's moving back. Run! There we go. God bless you, whoever put these searchlights here. Okay, so we have to go in here. V on. I'm just going to keep moving. I don't think they'll catch me. But there might be something ahead of us as well. They move pretty slowly. So I'm going to put another battery in there. Hang on. I might as well deal with these quick ones. Right, let's just go. Okay, we're kind of back where we started, really, aren't we? I mean, it was an evacuation tunnel, wasn't it? Nothing in there. Do we just go back to our boat? Oh, hello. Apparition. So it's us as a ghost? Before you leave this island, you should finish your article. Oh no, this isn't anyone reading. The more convincing your article is, the more likely the readers will believe you. The evidence you provide them about this island and its story is all that matters. Well, I believe I have. Let's just quickly recheck. But we're pretty convincing. There was some stuff we missed, obviously, but... Hang on, are these... Why is this one? Oh yeah, okay, so yeah, it's saying that's the one I've chosen. Yeah, okay. Alright. We can try that. Well, that's actually more convincing. What about this one? That's much less. Okay, so let's actually go through and we'll pick the most convincing ones that we can. That's less. So we'll go with that. I probably won't be able to max it out because of the missing ones. That's much less. No photo, no photo. So we'll go with that. That's much less. Yeah, so Anthony Randall was the most convincing one there. Much less. Pretty good. This is the one I went with, which is actually the best. Much less. Much more. Much less. So this was the... Yeah. I mean, I pretty much went with the best ones all the way through, didn't I? So that one... That one. That one. That one. The only one I changed was the priest. But yeah, I think that's looking all right. Let's go. The journalist ending. My story was a success. I finally made my breakthrough article and rose to the group of other renowned journalists. Because of my article, an investigation began to track down the outsiders to make them pay for their malevolent deeds. There we go. That's the credits. So, do we literally go back to the main screen? We do. Okay, so that was Mythargia. It's it's a pretty short experience. What was that? About 2.5 hours sort of thing. That's something that's pretty cool. It was an interesting little game to play. Little puzzles to do. Quite an interesting story. I thought the pixel art was pretty cool. Quite enjoyed that. I think the sound design was pretty nice. There was there was some combat elements. A bit like Alan Wake, I suppose, with, the torch to kind of drive back the enemies. There was some platforming to do. So yeah, I mean, I think for the $5, £3, whatever it costs on Steam, it's a nice little game. It's currently in the Steam Mystery Game sort of festival that's going on at the moment. But it is a full release. It's not a demo. It's not early access. It's a full game. So yeah, check it out if you like the way it looks. There might be different endings judging by the achievement I got at the end. Probably. There's probably a completionist achievement, I would think, and maybe there's an ending if maybe your story isn't convincing. But yeah, it'd be fun to find out. But thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then please do hit the thumbs up button on the video. Leave me a comment. What did you think about the game? And
subscribe as well if you're watching this and you haven't done so already, because that would be fantastic. So thanks very much, and I'll hope to see you elsewhere on Boring Dad Gaming for more playthroughs. Bye for now.